Welcome to the Main Street Sports Show live from the Haskell House in downtown Clarion and sponsored by Redbank Chevrolet and also on exploreClarion.com. I'm your host of the night, Owen Krepps. We have a little bit of an earlier episode. Usually we do these things on Wednesdays, but this place has been booked for Thursday, so we're here on the extra day, day before. We'll be joined by right now, honestly, a couple of members of Clarion Wildcats now co-opt between Clarion Limestone and Clarion Area High School. Head coach Joe Lopez, Emily Troese, and Alyssa Wiant, seniors. How are you guys doing? Welcome to the show, and just what's going on with the weather?
Oh, we're doing great. We're 3 days into our season, so we officially kicked off Monday, and super excited to be here with you.
How are you guys doing? Senior season coming up. I understand you guys are from different schools. One being from Alyssa, you're from Clarion and Limestone, and then Emily from Clarion area. Just how are you guys doing overall? And excited for the last chunk of your guys' senior athletic career?
Yeah, we're doing good. Excited for the season to come up and play with a bunch of new people that we haven't played in for a while.
Yeah, we had a great start to the season this week, and everything's just been going good, and everyone's working hard.
So with basketball season kind of coming towards the end, we obviously have state playoffs coming up, which we'll preview at the very end of our show today. We're going to start to get more baseball and softball, track and field, all the spring sports in on our show, and this is our first spring sports sport to be here today, so that's awesome. We'll pick their brains about what's going on with the co-op. This is the first year of the co-op between Clarion Area and Clarion Limestone, so we'll go to that as well. But first, we'll go through some sports headlines at the national and regional and local level. Local, we'll just go over real quick because we'll touch on that later. Basketball state playoffs are coming up. How much of that affects you guys? I know, Emily, you're on the basketball team, but you're not playing. Alyssa, do you play? Are you on the basketball team?
No.
And Joe, how much of an effect is it? I know my dad was a basketball coach and was always met with volleyball overlapping. How frustrating is that?
Well, I don't know if it's frustrating, but it's an interesting dynamic, and it's complicated. And we have we have a lot of girls that are involved in all kinds of different things. We were talking a little bit earlier about 4 of our players are involved with a choir concert next Thursday. We have a scrimmage. The approach that I take to that is, I want them to get a well-rounded experience while they're in high school. And so, just messaged me the other day and said, hey, I'm still practicing with basketball. I said, well, go be the best teammate you can be since she's not playing currently, and figure out a way to contribute to that season and as it closes up here. So we work really well as a unit, and we work with the girls to make sure that they're able to participate in those things. But we're also super excited to have them with us in the gym and on the field.
Of course, you guys are Saturday for your state game?
Yeah,
Saturday. That'll be interesting. Where are you? Home? No.
We're at Pitt Johnstown.
At Pitt Johnstown. That's right. That's the long one. Yeah, I'm probably not going to make that. But yeah, just real quick, national sports headlines before we get into our main interview chunk of the day. National sports, NFL, free agency is on Monday. Things will happen. People will be
signed. I had nothing super relevant to this Clarion-focused show. Russell Wilson's probably done in Denver. That's the biggest thing I can think of. NHL trade deadline will be this Friday. That'll be interesting. As a big hockey fan, it's probably time for Jake Guentzel to be traded. I just saw that the Golden Knights got Noah Hannafin, so that's pretty good. And then also the Oakland, now soon to be Las Vegas A's, just unveiled their stadium plans. As a former resident of Las Vegas, I don't understand where they're going to fit that stadium, so I don't know. But that's the thing. Any comments on any of those items?
I got nothing.
Yeah, no, I don't blame you. Just real quick with our 3 teams out in Pittsburgh, the Penguins, the season's been over for forever because they stink. Jake Guentzel's going to get traded, if not today, tomorrow, or Friday. That's going to be sad. Guentzel's one-time Stanley Cup winner. He only came in 2017, but that's unfortunate. For the Pirates, Paul Skeens is not making the team out of camp, but he'll be sent down to start. It's not like he had he'll be up in the show eventually. And then former catcher in the 1979 World Series champ Ed Ott died at 72. You're a big baseball fan. Any thoughts on any of those items?
I'll tell you, with my role in the athletic department, I'm a big Clarion athletics fan.
Yeah.
So most of my time at home, away from softball and the gym, is spent supporting the Golden Eagles.
Good. So no Pirates.
I'll go to a game or
Yeah.
two this summer. Love the stadium, PNC Park, beautiful.
Absolutely. That's it.
Love going to the games. Yep.
And then real quick, Steelers, obviously free agency coming up, and then I don't know what the heck is going on with quarterbacks and if they're going to get a guy or not. Apparently they're out on pretty much every quarterback now, and they're going with Kenny Pickett. So whoop-de-doo. That's kind of what's just going on in national and local sports at the professional level. When we come back, we'll get to the local level with high school sports coming up and softball season starting. That's all coming up on the Main Street Sports Show, live from the Haskell House and Clarion, and brought to you by our many sponsors, including Redbank Chevrolet.
Welcome to 12 Series, a veteran-owned and operated company. Want to stand out amongst the crowd? This is the brand for you. They have apparel that ranges from cardio tanks and hoodies to sweat noggin covers. The apparel isn't just designed for the gym, it's designed for everyday life. Whether at work, the range, or at a family outing, 12 Series will turn heads. Find and like 12 Series on Facebook and Instagram.
Clarion Forest VNA believes the emotional and physical well-being of a patient is enhanced by the patient receiving care in the familiar surroundings of home. Their staff of caring professionals work closely with physicians to administer quality care to meet the needs of each individual. As a pioneer in home health care in Clarion and Forest County, Clarion Forest VNA continue to grow to meet the community's need for in-home care, offering many different services and programs to meet the patient's need. Clarion Forest VNA, located at 271 Perkins Road in Clarion. Call us toll-free at 1-800-262-2118.
Dubrook, a division of M&B Group, is your trusted local ready-mix supplier for residential and commercial projects. Dubrook provides a full line of decorative concrete, as well as concrete supplies, along with a variety of concrete tools and accessories. Dubrook can provide services large or small for residential and commercial projects to contractors or homeowners. Dubrook is here to provide you with options and ideas to make planning your next project simple. Let Dubrook help you with the supplies you need to get the job done. Dubrook is proud to support our local communities with plants in Clarion, Du Bois, St. Mary's, Butler, Evans City, Bradford, and Meadville. Call 1-844-382-7665.
No matter how cold it is outside, you can keep warm and toasty inside with a built-in-the-USA super efficient furnace from Luton's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning. Affordable, quiet, and reliable. You can count on your furnace from Luton's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Hi, my name is Jason and welcome to Sweet Basil. Come on in.
Welcome back to the Main Street Sports Show, live from the Haskell House and sponsored by Redbank Chevrolet. It's softball season almost, baseball season almost. The weather doesn't really seem like it. Yesterday was fantastic. Beautiful. I don't know what happened between then and now, but I just want to say I'm super excited for softball season. Just to cover it in general, like we were talking during the break, games at 4, not at 7, or some of these high school basketball games are at 8:30. How excited are you guys, we'll just go down the line, for this season, especially for you two being your senior season?
Why don't you guys want to kick it off?
Sure. I'm super excited. Softball's always been like my sport, and for my senior season, I'm just excited. And with the co-op, it's really nice to get some new teammates and new coaches and just learn new things every day.
Yeah, I'm also extremely excited since I can't play this year yet, hopefully, just being around the people and new teammates and having a good time.
Yeah, and I think just in general, the community, the weather's starting to break. Like we said, yesterday is beautiful. The day before was beautiful. We were outside both days. It's just that buzz of the sun's out, We're outside. We're not wearing jackets. It's that buzz that surrounds softball season.
Of course. Now, all of you guys have been involved with the sport for many years, I'm assuming. I know, Joe, in your case, you've been involved in baseball, softball for pretty much your entire life. We'll just go down the line here just for the viewers. How long have you been playing sports just in general? I know you played basketball. I don't know if you played any other sports, but just you played basketball as well. What is your general sports upbringing, and when did you just get started in sports in general?
Jeez, there's home videos of me as like a 3-year-old, basically around the time I started to walk, to where I would bat a ball in our house and throw it, a little mini basketball hoop. Grew up playing baseball, basketball, played a couple years of football around the high school age, and just always have loved competition. And baseball's always been the sport that I gravitated to. So from age of 3 through last summer, I've played.
How long have you guys been in sports?
I started playing t-ball around like 4 or 5 years old and just stuck with that for most of like elementary. And then once I got out of school, I started playing golf and basketball and still stuck with softball.
So you're a 3-sport athlete.
Yeah.
We'll get to this, well, I guess we can just ask it now. You had an injury, ACL?
Yeah, I tore my ACL.
Has that taken out your entire senior season, or did you get to play golf?
This year I didn't choose to play the fall sport just to focus on schooling and softball a little bit more. And then our first week of fall ball, actually, first game, slid into home, tore my ACL, and I'm about 5 months into rehab right now.
Out of what? Or how many months?
Usually they don't let anybody go back to full sports, like games, till 9 months, but I'm hoping to go back to the doctor a year next month and get a good report.
Well, good luck in that. That definitely stinks, especially senior year.
And inside the park home run is what she was doing when she tore it.
Do you score off of it, though?
Yeah, I made sure I touched home.
For Alyssa, how long have you been involved in sports? Did you play any other sports, or are you just softball?
I started Little League about 3rd grade, and then I played Little League, travel ball, and obviously high school softball. I've played volleyball since 7th grade and basketball since about 3rd grade. I just chose not to play this year to get into like weightlifting a little bit for softball season. And so yeah, I was playing 3 sports for a while until this year. So
yeah.
Yeah.
Now, Joe, I know you played basketball and baseball in high school at Blackhawk. Was it Blackhawk High School or Blackhawk School District?
Blackhawk High School. Yep.
Now, that's down in Beaver Falls. Not too dissimilar to where we're at. You're closer to the city in Pittsburgh. But coming here, what are some differences, similarities and differences between Clarion and where you went to high school?
Yeah, I feel like, I gravitated to Clarion because of this small town vibe. Obviously, geographically a beautiful area. And Clarion's always felt like home to me. There was a bit of I graduated with 270 kids, a AAA school when there were 4 classifications. So, I think that was the big thing. I came to Clarion and joined a baseball team with a lot of guys. Some of the guys were local guys. And, what I learned is that this area is it's just not as busy, it's not as many people, and I really like that a lot. And I think it gives us as coaches the opportunity to really help the young people in the high schools, grow and become better people.
Absolutely. And then for you guys are both in schools that are not as big as, how many did you say you graduated
270.
with? 270. Wow. You guys are like less than 100, I'm assuming. Just what's that like? I don't know if you talk to him about that or anything, or if you have friends that go to bigger schools, but what's it like just being part of such a small school that has to go to other schools now to co-op and stay alive?
I think, me personally, I like going to a smaller school because it gives you the opportunity to be close with everybody in your class and other grades. And with us being so close in schools, like 10 minutes apart, we've been really close with them and other neighboring school districts with other kids and stuff. So it doesn't feel like we're a small town because we have so many other schools around, but I like it.
Yeah, I also really like it. The co-op was really easy for us. Fall ball was the first time that we really played together, and a lot of us played together in Little League and when we were younger, so it was really easy for us to come together, and we all basically knew each other to begin with, so.
Yeah. I'm not saying that's a bad thing at all that you guys are a small school. I went to a school that was, I think, 70 to 80 kids that I graduated with. So, but we were the biggest school in terms of coverage area because it was all farmland. So, we're going to take a quick break here, actually. And when we come back, we'll talk about the co-op aspect that you guys kind of alluded to. First season for both of kind of everyone here, for the students to play together. Your second season coaching, but your first season coaching the Wildcats. So we'll all come back to that, and that's all coming up on the Redbank Chevrolet Main Street Sports Show, live from the Haskell House and on exploreClarion.com.
This is a great show.
Hey, check out this all-new 2024 Chevrolet Trax 1RS in cacti green. Let's talk about some of those safety features. We have blind spot monitoring system, we have forward collision system with alert and brake, and we have lane departure warning as well. How about the gas mileage?
30 miles per gallon average. Yeah, it's great. Bumper-to-bumper warranty and the 5-year 60,000 mile powertrain warranty.
And check out the clarity on this backup camera on this 11-inch touchscreen. Can you believe you get all the features like heated steering wheel, heated seats, remote start, power sunroof, all for $24,900?
It's a great value in the new Chevrolet.
Hey, check out this Glacier Blue RST Silverado 4x4 Z71 4-wheel drive, 5.3 liter V8. It's a really nice sharp truck.
All LT and RST Silverados have this same interior. Got this really large touchscreen display, built-in Google Maps, heated seats, automatic climate control, heated steering wheel. We have a backup camera, really great display,
and all the safety aspects. Adaptive parking, adaptive braking, pedestrian braking, blind spot mitigation.
Follow us to Redbank Chevrolet.
Hey Julie, nice deck. Did you get that at Tio Nesta Builder Supply?
It's Tio Nesta Builder Supply, and yes, Dave, I did.
Wonder if they sell siding and roofing at Tio Nesta Builder Supply.
It's Tio Nesta, and yes, Tio Nesta Builder Supply has that too. Come on, Dave. You've never been there? They have 2 showrooms for anything home improvement. Mom got a custom kitchen there. Bill down the street got the materials for his garage. They have this awesome website, www.tionestabuilders.us. You can buy online. They really have everything for the home.
Wow, I'm heading over to Tio Nesta. I know. Tio Nesta Builders.
Tio Nesta Builder Supply Home Improvement Center, family owned and operated since 1958, with locations in Tio Nesta and Shippensville.
That sounds good. I'll check them out online at tionestabuilders.us.
Welcome back to the Main Street Sports Show, live from the Haskell House and on exploreClarion.com, sponsored by Redbank Chevrolet. We're going to dive right into this season now and just talk about the upcoming season. You guys haven't started, but third practice for the Clarion area Wildcats now. You guys took that name from the football team who took it from the wrestling team who took it from the football team. So are you guys the third team to do this now, or are there others? I believe you guys are the third.
We're the third official.
The third Central Clarion Wildcats.
Do you guys have your jerseys yet?
Not yet. They should be here tomorrow or Friday.
Okay.
Picture day Monday, so.
Okay, so they better be.
They better be. That's right.
So yeah, this upcoming season, you said earlier, you said you have 16 kids.
Yep.
As opposed to like 11 last year at Clarion area. I don't know how many was on CLs last year, but just in general, like what are the vibes that you guys 3 practices in? How is everything? How is everyone meshing together and things like that?
You guys want to kick it off?
Yeah. I think it's been going really well. I think the new coaching and new players, we've been able to learn a lot that both teams maybe didn't have that experience last year with low numbers. We really didn't have that many girls either. I think we had 11 or 12 also. So some games it was difficult to even put together a whole team to play because if someone was sick, then you're down to 10. So it's been really nice, and everyone's been working really hard.
Yeah, the vibes are just in the gym during practice or even outside are just good all around. Like, everybody's having a good time. Everyone's, like, communicating well, and there's no, like, issues going on.
Yeah, I'm a big planner. I'm organized. I like to map stuff out. And so when we come to practice, I'm coming with an itinerary. And so the first day, I drive over to the Clarion area high school, get the van, loads some of the girls, ride over to CL with me. And the whole ride over, in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, how am I going to be able to get all this stuff set up so that we can start at 3:15? Because school lets out at 3 o'clock. And we get over there around 3 o'clock, and our entire team is in the gym. They're like, what can we do? And we rally together. Some of us are meeting for the first time. We rally together, get the whole gym set up, and we start our warm-up 5 minutes early. And it's like, wow, that was the last thing I expected. I expected to be scrambling, trying to get stuff ready. And it was like, this team they want to play, they want to work together, and it's been clear, just in the 3 days that we've had together.
Now, obviously, the co-op is a thing, but you mentioned earlier, Emily, that you guys have been friends, played ball together for your entire life. You guys are 10 minutes away. It's not like you're co-oping with Punxsutawney or something like that. You guys are kind of already been kind of in a familiar place. I know to some older people, it's like they would never. These are supposed to be rivalry schools, but in order to survive, you guys gotta stay together. What has that been like? Have you met? How familiar were you with your teammates coming into this season?
Yeah, I was very familiar with most of them, if not all of them, from CL, just because, playing a softball all through Little League with them or having family friends be, gatherings and what, but I've had no trouble, meeting new people or having a problem.
Is that the same for you?
Yeah, some of the younger girls, I'm more familiar with the other seniors and juniors, but the younger girls were super easy to get along with and super nice when I met them for the first time.
And obviously, them being so young, being integrated into this, they'll continue that and just continue to grow. And as that, how's your coaching staff lined up? Is it a couple from CL, a couple from Clarion area?
It is. Our coaching staff is elite. Super excited about our coaching staff. We haven't even had a practice yet where we're all together.
Did you guys sign Bill Belichick without my? No,
we did not. But maybe he'll be interested after he watches the show. I don't know. Our coaching staff is made up of 6 coaching staff members. So my wife and I, who coached Clarion area last year, we have both coaches from CL, Jason Craig and Craig Dunn. Matt Best, it was a Clarion area guy with us last year. And then rounding it out is Zoe Ott, who is a student at the college, former softball player at the college. Really good experience. She's been a huge help to us too.
Absolutely. And then, have any of you guys dealt with co-oping before for any of the other sports that you play or anything like that, or is this your first time?
Yeah.
I was just wondering about that because I know it's wrestling and football. Okay, you guys don't play either of those. But, now, last season we have a 2-parter for this one because 2 different schools. How did each team do last season? I wasn't here. Shortage of numbers, so I'm sure that played an effect in it. How did Clarion area and Clarion Limestone do last year?
Sure. You guys want to?
So you can start with Clarion Limestone, Alyssa.
Yeah, it was definitely difficult sometimes with the low numbers to, like I said, put together a solid lineup just because some girls don't have that experience that the older girls might have. So we had some girls that it was their first time picking up a bat that had to just start somewhere. So it's really nice to have depth in our lineup and just girls that can play different positions, and so that way if someone can't make it or gets injured, we can just sub someone else right in.
Yeah, same with us at Clarion. We had low numbers and a very inexperienced team. We only had 1 senior last year and 1 junior, so very young team. And it was just, we struggled, but we powered through and made the best of it.
Were you guys able to field a JV team?
No.
Yeah, see, that's where you want that experience at the JV level because for kids that are kind of meant to play JV, where they're at in their careers, experience there, experience in a varsity.
Yeah, definitely challenges with the numbers, and we're definitely looking forward to. There's a lot of things at Clarion area last year that, we'd try to simulate game situations with 9 players at practice. And so we'd split into like these three teams of 3 scrimmages. We'd have, my wife at the time was pregnant, our 5-month-old's up there. We might get him on the show. She's out there with a glove in right field. I'm playing infield, and we're like just mixing it the best we can to try to create these game-like situations. And we're really looking forward to this year being able to do more at our practices so that when the girls are on the field, they're more comfortable and confident in their skills.
Absolutely. And that field will be Clarion Limestone. You guys will play your games there. What was the decision-making process? I don't know if you know the full extent of it, Joe, but what was the decision-making process like that for Clarion Limestone to be the host school as opposed to Clarion area?
Sure, yeah, I don't know exactly what goes into it. More just like administration saying, hey, co-op has successfully been completed. Clarion Limestone is our host school, so they will house the softball program.
What do you like about the field and like the facilities there and things like that?
Super pretty field. We played there last year against Clarion Limestone as Clarion area, and it sits up on the hill. We had some success there. One of our kids hit a home run there. It's just a nice laid out field.
Is the player that hit a home run on this returning?
No.
Unfortunate.
She's injured. She's taking that season off.
Emily, are you a main carpooler for after school, getting right to the field from Clarion area to Clarion CL?
Yeah.
And then I'm assuming it's easy for you to just get off and go right there. Now, in general, it's hard to really, I don't know if it is hard, but I guess expectations for this year is kind of hard to manage because you don't really know what you're working with until first game or first couple of games. But do you guys have set expectations for this? I'm sure you do. But what are they specifically, and what are you looking for this team first season?
Sure. Yeah. That is a good question, and it's tough to say. To me, at the varsity level, we want to win, right? We want to be successful. We want to see results. But as a coach, you don't focus on results. You focus on the process that leads to the results. So, in my mind, if we do things the right way, if we come to practice, we work hard, we get really good at routines, we pay attention to details, we do things the right way, then, the results are just the outcomes that happen. So we talked very briefly at the beginning of the year about winning. Ultimately, we want to win the KSAC. But I shared with the girls, this is probably the last time that I'm going to talk about it because it's not, you don't just say, hey, we want to win the KSAC and then hope that it happens. It's not that. It's coming in every single day, working together, working hard, doing things the right way, and hoping that, you leave a little better each day. And then, the outcomes will be what they are.
Have you guys, as players, seen, other players and their abilities, just playing and being like, oh, she's good, she can hit, she can sub in for me when I'm tired, or things like that? Has that gotten you guys excited to be like, oh, we have a much strengthened team now?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I think the really detailed practices have been helping a lot of girls and me as well, just things that we didn't really get to work on last year with the low numbers. It's really nice to be able to work on different things this year.
What are you trying to focus on in practice this time of year?
Yeah, so it's challenging. You get 16 kids in the gym on Monday for the first time. So what we started to do was we're introducing routines. So what do we want the girls to be really good at? And by the end of week 1, the ability in week 2 to say, hey, let's get through our T routine. And they understand what it should look like and be able to do it without us coaching them through it. Maybe making adjustments here and there. What do our outfield dailies look like? What do our infield dailies look like? We play on Tuesday. So yesterday we were outside. We got to go through our infield-outfield routine. Today we threw live because it's like, hey, in 6 days we're going to be standing in a batter's box against a pitcher. So let's knock some of that rust off and start talking about our approach at the plate. What's our job as hitters, 2 strikes, pitchers, what are we trying to do? So it's been a whirlwind of 3 days. We're throwing a lot at them, and they've been great, soaking it all in.
Are you guys trying to establish anything, given that this is the first season of Clarion Wildcats softball? Are you guys going to try and establish any routines or superstitions or things like that? It's all right, if someone hits a home run, we have to do this now. This is what we're going to be, team chants, anything like that? Any fun things like that?
I feel like a lot of that stuff will come out throughout the season.
Right.
You know, once we figure each other out and we you know, as we grow our bond. I think right now we've been doing the Wildcats on 2 thing. You know, a lot of teams when they break stuff down, it's 1, 2, 3 break, and so we get it over second earlier with the 1, 2.
Well, that's because it's supposed to signify the 2 schools coming together.
That's right.
That's
That's
totally
right.
why you did it.
I like it.
And then for you guys, I'm gonna ask this question to you guys first, and then to Joe. What do you think his coaching style is? Well, I guess you really can't answer this because this is your first season under him. But what do you think his coaching style is, and how he approaches things?
I think his coaching style is very like detailed and having fun at the same time. Like strict, but also like go out and have fun while you're focusing and like not goofing off.
What's it going to be like for you to have a new coach? I mean, is the head coach of Clarion Limestone still involved?
Yes, he's our assistant.
So he's an assistant coach.
Yep.
So it'll be pretty much the same thing, but still, new head coach. How's that going to be for both of you to deal with it? Essentially, not deal with it, but like integrate it. I'll say.
He's super easy to like understand, and his practice plan was very easy to, I don't know, like to do it. It was just simple, and
Right.
I think it'll really help us in the long run, the way that he's been doing things. And with having my head coach from last year, there's still that same coaching style incorporated into Joe's new coaching style, so we get both of them.
Of course. Anything you want to add to that?
No, I mean, you know, I learned as a young kid playing Little League baseball, you know, there's 5 keys to being successful. Hit the ball, run the bases, throw good pitches, make plays in the field, and have fun. And I, you know, that's what we are doing, obviously on a more dynamic level, but essentially that. And I'm big on controllables. You know, we're going to talk about it a lot. We've kind of just touched the surface, but there's so many things in the game of softball and really in the game of life and in the real world in life that are out of our control. We're going to focus on the things that we can control, and that's where our energy is going to go.
Of course. When we get back, I want to talk a little bit more about the university side of things, because we got Joe here, who's an associate athletic director at the university. 2 girls here that are seniors. We'll learn their future plans when we come back. That's all coming up on the Main Street Sports Show, sponsored by Redbank Chevrolet and on exploreClarion.com.
Protect your home or business from all those sneaky pests. Give Hugh Henry's Pest Management a call at 814-316-1875 or check them out online at bugguy.com. Pest Management, where nature and technology meet.
Throughout West Central Pennsylvania, people are losing their glasses. Well, they haven't really lost them. They just don't need them anymore. Thanks to the amazing LASIK surgeons at Laurel Eye Clinic. Call Laurel Eye Clinic and schedule your free consultation.
You can afford a gorgeous, custom-designed hardwood Kale's kitchen for a lot less than you'd pay at a DIY store. Go to FactoryDirectKitchens.net. At Kale's, there are never middleman markups or hidden charges that can add 40%. Go to FactoryDirectKitchens.net. That's FactoryDirectKitchens.net.
Welcome to 12 Series, a veteran-owned and operated company. Want to stand out amongst the crowd? This is the brand for you. They have apparel that ranges from cardio tanks and hoodies to sweat noggin covers. The apparel isn't just designed for the gym, it's designed for everyday life. Whether at work, the range, or at a family outing, 12 Series will turn heads. Find and like 12 Series on Facebook and Instagram.
Clarion Forest VNA believes the emotional and physical well-being of a patient is enhanced by the patient receiving care in the familiar surroundings of home. Their staff of caring professionals work closely with physicians to administer quality care to meet the needs of each individual. As a pioneer in home health care in Clarion and Forest County, Clarion Forest VNA continue to grow to meet the community's need for in-home care, offering many different services and programs to meet the patient's need. Clarion Forest VNA, Perkins Road in Clarion. Call us toll-free at 1-800-262-2118.
Welcome back to the Main Street Sports Show live from the Haskell House on exploreClarion.com. We want to talk a little bit about the future plans for you guys and also the college experience that you had, Joe, that is still ongoing right now because you're at Clarion University. Associate Athletic Director there. You started as a business, well, you started as a student.
Yep.
Just what was that entire process like coming in from your freshman year to where you're at now?
Yeah, it's been amazing, really. It's been about a decade now. Well, I guess a little more. Time moves pretty fast. I came to campus in fall 2012 as a freshman student athlete. I didn't know much. I knew I wanted to play baseball, and I knew Clarion felt like home, and sure enough, it's become that. You fast forward through my playing career, I guess. My last season playing was spring of 2017. Finished that season 1 year into grad school, so had another year of grad school, was asked to come on as the grad assistant, and that's where my coaching career began. And it's super funny because as a player, I thought playing was the tough part, and coaching would be a breeze compared to playing. Like, wow, I'm not playing. Like, this is going to be easy coaching. And boy, is that wrong. Yeah. So I learned that pretty quickly, but just had tons of great mentors and good experience as a coach, which kept me in Clarion. I was doing the 4 a.m. to 1 p.m. at Walmart, and then going home, eating, going to baseball practice, going to sleep, waking up at 3:30, going to work. And I was burning out pretty quick, and I got a call one day during my lunch break, which was at like 9 a.m., and it was DJ Bovino within the athletic department. He said, hey, there's an emergency position that we're hiring for athletic events coordinator. Would you be interested? And I feel like I haven't worked a day since. I absolutely love athletics. I love the student athletes. I love the faculty and staff that I work with every day, really campus-wide. Our athletic department's extremely close, and the opportunity to influence and be around college athletics at Clarion, the school that's given me so much, it's a dream come true.
Of course, and now you're giving back at the high school level. This is your second year doing it though, so it's not completely fresh in your mind. But for you two seniors, are either of you going to school? I know we had a couple seniors on that are going to Clarion University. Are either of you?
I'm going to Slippery Rock.
Okay.
I'm going to Grove City College.
What are you guys pursuing in terms of degrees?
I'm going for physical therapy.
I'm undecided right now, but something in the science department.
Interesting.
Yeah.
What made you guys come to those decisions? Like, what are you looking to be when you get out? You don't have to know this right now, especially. I didn't know it either. But what are you guys looking to be when you get out of cool school and everything?
Physical therapy.
I don't know. I just really like math and science. I don't really know the exact path that I want to take yet, but something in that field.
Mm-hmm. Now, would you guys ever want to coach any sport in general?
Maybe one day.
Maybe.
Is that how you felt at this when you were this year? It was like, coaching, whatever. And then now you're into it?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I was so focused on playing.
Mm-hmm.
Came to college as a player, and I think what happened to me was, you finish your playing career, and it's almost like you lose your identity for a second. It's like that feeling walking off the field for the last time. Like, what do I do now? Like, all I've known is baseball my whole life. And so I think more than anything, it was like I didn't know anything different. And I wanted to continue to help Clarion University baseball take steps in the right direction. And so I think that's what kind of drew me to continue to give back to that program. I coached for 5 years with Clarion baseball. And that was definitely the calling. It was like, I didn't want to leave the diamond.
Any advice to these two if they when they are done? I don't know if you guys have any plans to continue playing sports after high school or anything like that, but everyone comes at a point where they can't play anymore. So any advice for them on that?
Yeah, I feel like what Emily mentioned earlier about the having fun piece. To me, it's so important. At the end of the day, we would be failures if we weren't arming you guys with tools to help you beyond the sport, to help you in life as you grow and get married, find jobs, start families. That's our ultimate goal, and I think always keeping that in mind when you plan and make decisions. And I'm glad to hear you mention have fun, because that's a pillar of our program. Like, we want you all to enjoy softball, practice games, whatever.
Of course. Just moving on here, we're kind of out of the main chunk of what we wanted to talk about. So now I want to get into just some weird questions, some just stuff I'm curious about asking and things like that. We kind of touched on this earlier a little bit, but what is there a specific identity? Well, there isn't yet because you guys is your first year, but team dugout chants. It's a thing that's only really in softball that I've noticed covering. Who's the leader on the team in that? Who was last year for either of your teams? And what will they be like this season?
Last year, we didn't do many cheers, if any at all.
Thank you. Okay, that's good for people like me who have to sit there and watch them like, okay, we know. There's a hole out there. There's a hole out there.
I don't know. I didn't see it too much in the league last year.
What was it at CL, the same?
Yeah, we really don't do any cheers. I mean, we'll cheer for our teammates, say like,
Right.
good job, let's go. But yeah.
I will say, if you catch a playoff game and Clarion area is playing, then this one is usually the one leading the students.
Well, I see that in basketball too. She's the one with the she was at the ESPN broadcast thing for one of the boys basketball games, and then there was the roller coaster ride thing that she did.
Yep. She's the leader there.
Now, just in general, like, how important is that to have on a team specifically, like, and where do you draw the line in terms of being like, all right, supporters to cheerleaders?
Yeah, I think it's a vital role, continuously bringing energy. We haven't even talked about this yet as a team, but we probably will this week. One of our controllables is positivity, and what it means is like, how are you adding value? And that's a great way to do it, to bring energy. Every player on our team is going to have a role, whether they're taking the field, whether they're on the bench, whatever. But it's huge. It's huge. And as a player, my whole life, you can tell good teams a lot of the time by how they talk. Our high school team, when we were on defense, our entire team was communicating constantly. And that's not even the guys that were supporting us from the sideline, but it's that communication. It's huge, and that's what makes teams successful.
Of course. Now, all of you guys have played baseball, softball for pretty much your entire lives. There's got to be that one hit that stands out in your career so far. What is it, if you guys remember, or do some of you not have one?
The one that stands out to me is the one that I tore my ACL on.
Oh.
But
How about that home run at the
home run.
Punksy or no? Redbank, yeah.
Any specific standout for you, Alyssa?
I don't know.
You never hit like someone on the sidelines or hit a car on a foul ball or something? That counts too?
No, I would say when I was playing travel ball, I was, I think, 14 playing with the 16U Clarion team, and we were down by, I think it was 2 runs, and I hit my first home run to tie the game. So that kind of stands out to me, being that younger player and just like making an impact.
Joe, you obviously have had some great baseball teams that you've played on. Any specific for you?
Yeah, I think there's a couple. One, my freshman year at Clarion University, we struggled. And our first conference win, we upset Slippery Rock, and I, as a freshman, hit the game-winning run in. I think we walked it off with that hit. So that was a big deal. Our first conference win of the season. And then my last at bat as a Clarion University baseball player was extra inning hit against Gannon that put us ahead, and then we went out and recorded 3 outs and won that game too. So kind of like a start and a finish.
Yeah. Now for you guys, some of those memories you mentioned are against that team. Now with you guys being combined, a little bit of rivalry is taken away, but still, are there the teams that out there, I think I know the team, but who's the big rival that you want to beat and you just want to get every year?
Yeah, I don't even know. I mean, to me, it's like we're circling those league games. I think they matter significantly in terms of the KSAC. So it's being able to, we're focused on one day at a time, but being able to bring our best when we get into those league games is important.
Is there a team that stands out for you guys?
I have 2. Forest and Redbank.
I was going to say Redbank.
Redbank is,
yeah.
You guys kind of got that healthy rivalry. I don't know if it's healthy, but it's especially in basketball, I've seen it. you guys have any like warm-up songs or superstitions or anything like that? Do you guys have, I don't know what the field's like there. Do you guys have like a speaker that'll come on, and will there be helpful to me people broadcasting like name, like this is Emily Troese coming up, and be like, oh, thank you.
Sure, good question.
No, we do not have
You guys don't have that?
Yeah, no.
Darn.
Now, last year at Clarion area, our games out at the county park, we would bring a sound system out with us. So there might be some opportunity there for us to take care of that.
Just one more before we go to break one more time. Team building will obviously be a big part in this team. But you guys have mentioned you guys have known each other before. I want to do a couple superlatives here. Who's the worst player to sit with on a long bus ride trip, if there is one?
Might be too soon to tell.
Yeah.
Or is it too soon to tell?
It might be.
I'll ask you guys that at the end of the season, because there will be someone that will show up. One last fun one here. Just specifically, over the course of any of your baseball, softball careers, is there a specific moment specific funny moment that has stood out over the years where, I don't know, you dropped your bat, you hit someone in the crowd, or anything like that?
I think for me, it's just like those long bus trips. You know, our baseball team, they just got down to North Carolina today. And so, you get on the bus for 10-hour trips, and, you have to go to the bathroom, and you have to climb over bodies of players sleeping diagonal, in the middle of the aisle, under the seats, across the seats. Those were always adventures. Watching movies, playing games, all that kind of stuff was fun.
What about you guys?
A couple of years ago, we were out at AC Valley, and they had one of the temporary fences up, and one of the AC Valley girls hit a home run, and our center fielder went to go track it and flipped over the fence. So
Nice.
Super funny.
Last year, one of my teammates lost a tooth, so now it's kind of every practice that gets brought up.
Is she still on the team?
Yeah, she is.
How'd she lose it? Hit by a ball?
Yeah, very first practice, lost it in the sun.
Practice, too.
Yep, very first practice.
Nothing of that nature in your three.
We're safe. We're 3 for 3.
Good. We'll take one more quick break here with our guests, and we'll come back here on the Redbank Chevrolet Main Street Sports Show, sponsored by Redbank Chevrolet on exploreClarion.
This is a great show.
Hey, check out this all-new 2024 Chevrolet Trax 1RS in cacti green. Let's talk about some of those safety features. We have blind spot monitoring system, we have forward collision system with alert and brake, and we have lane departure warning as well. How about the gas mileage?
30 miles per gallon average. Yeah, it's great. Bumper-to-bumper warranty and the 5-year 60,000 mile powertrain warranty.
And check out the clarity on this backup camera on this 11-inch touchscreen. Can you believe you get all the features like heated steering wheel, heated seats, remote start, power sunroof, all for $24,900?
It's a great value in the new Chevrolet. Hey, check out this Glacier Blue RST Silverado 4x4 Z71 full drive. 5.3 liter V8. It's a really nice sharp truck. All LT and RST Silverados have this same interior. Got this really large touchscreen display, built-in Google Maps, heated seats, automatic climate control, heated steering wheel. We have a backup camera, really great display, and all the safety aspects. Adaptive parking, adaptive braking, pedestrian braking, blind spot mitigation.
Follow us to Redbank Chevrolet.
Hey Julie, nice deck! Did you get that at Tio Nesta Builder Supply?
It's Tionesta Builder Supply, and yes, Dave, I did.
Wonder if they sell siding and roofing at Tionesta Builder Supply.
It's Tionesta, and yes, Tionesta Builder Supply has that too. Come on, Dave. You've never been there? They have 2 showrooms for anything home improvement. Mom got a custom kitchen there. Bill down the street got the materials for his garage. They have this awesome website, www.tionestabuilders.us. You can buy online. They really have everything for the home.
Wow, I'm heading over to Tionesta. I know. Tionesta Builders.
Tionesta Builder Supply Home Improvement Center, family owned and operated since 1958, with locations in Tionesta and Shippenville.
That sounds good. I'll check them out online at tionestabuilders.us.
Welcome back to the Main Street Sports Show. It's live from the Haskell House and sponsored by Redbank Chevrolet. I know we're here with softball players, but Emily is involved in the basketball program at Clarion area, and we got state basketball playoffs coming up this weekend. So I wanted to go through our schedule and just a couple of things and tidbits about what's coming up this weekend. Now, how closely will you guys be following? Emily, I know you'll be there, but how closely will you be following all the hectics that goes on this weekend? I don't think Seal's in any of these games, are they?
Mm-mm.
Are you going to be paying attention to any of them other than I know she plays for this team. I need her on my team.
Yeah, I mean, we're definitely going to encourage our ladies and our ladies as part of the softball program to go out and support, follow if they can. I'm sure the games will be streamed. I'm going to be traveling, hopefully traveling with wrestling to the MAC championships this Saturday. But I'll definitely be tuning in to make sure that I know what's going on.
Of course. Now, real quick here, I want to go over our schedule for 1A girls basketball. These all will be on Saturday. Union plays versus Port Allegheny. I believe that game's at Union. Ridgeway and North Bradford at 2. DuBois Central Catholic versus Jamestown at 1. Clarion and Berlin that's at Johnstown. Elk County Catholic and Monson. That's all 1A girls basketball. Anything you want to add on what you guys have coming up, Emily, for basketball season? This is it for you guys as seniors, no?
Yeah, I think we could do some damage, hopefully, if we play to our best ability this weekend and just do our best.
Of course. For 2A girls basketball, Montauk plays West Middlesex. Redbank will play Clarion. As someone that's kind of not from the area, I'm like, oh, Clarion. Wait, I don't know. 3A girls basketball, Karn City will play Seton LaSalle. I don't know if I said that right. And then 1A boys basketball, Clarion will play. This is on Friday. Clarion will play Union tomorrow at home. Will you be? I'm assuming you'll be at that game as well. What will the general vibes be like in that game? What's the student section theme like? What's it going to be like?
I don't know the exact theme yet, but we're gonna try to make it as hype as possible.
Of course, yeah. That's at Clarion Area High School, 7 tomorrow. No, today's Wednesday because we did it a day earlier. 2A boys basketball, Redbank plays West Shamokin. Karn City plays Winber. 3A boys, Montauk versus Elwood and Franklin. It plays Southern Columbia. And then 4A boys, Punxsutawney and Abernworth play. For the full brackets, you can go to the PIAA's website. Any last thoughts, just not on basketball, but just on softball season in general, and on just how excited you guys are for this season?
Yeah, that's just it. We're just super excited. I'm so appreciative of the girls, and these 3 days that we've been able to kind of hit the ground running, and just really looking forward to getting on a bus and getting out to Punxsutawney on Tuesday.
Tuesday is your first. I was just going to ask that. So Tuesday is the first game. Is that region or anything like that, or
just
is it
scrimmage.
just it's a scrimmage? Okay.
And then Thursday at West Shamokin.
So you guys are traveling a little bit to start the year. But when will your guys' first home scrimmage and/or game be?
That's a good question. I'm taking it a day at a time. We have our calendar in our app, but I couldn't even tell you.
Well, good luck to you guys, especially the seniors, and good luck in your first year as a head coach of the Clarion Wildcats. And we'll look forward to your games. Of course, basketball, wrestling playoffs coming up. And then next week we will have Clarion baseball, Clarion University baseball. Andrew Lang on the show. That's coming next week on the Main Street Sports Show. Thank you all, and good night from the Haskell House. And thank you to all of our wonderful sponsors, including Redbank Chevrolet. Take care. Good night from the Haskell House.